Have you ever noticed that your creativity does not move in a straight line? There are times when ideas arrive effortlessly, when you feel alive, inspired, and expressive. And then there are times of silence, times of creative block, times of feeling stuck. What if nothing has gone wrong here? What if this is just part of a natural process? What if creativity is seasonal? The myth of constant productivity. We live in a world that values constant output. Create more, post more, produce more, be more visible. But nature doesn't operate this way. The ocean has tides, the moon has phases, and trees do not bear fruit all year long. And neither do we humans. Creativity is not like a machine in that sense. It's more of an ecosystem, and it has seasons. The creative spring of inspiration. Every cycle begins with a spark. An idea appears, a vision forms, a feeling stirs inside of you. This is the creative spring. Curiosity awakens, possibility feels endless. This phase is light, open, and expansive. But spring does not last forever. The creative summer of flow and expression. Then comes movement. You begin building, painting, writing, composing. This is the creative summer. Energy is high, time disappears, and you feel in a flow state. This is the phase we often try to live in permanently, but summer too has its limits. The creative autumn of refinement and release. After this summer period of expression comes shaping. You edit, you adjust, you refine, you polish, you go deeper into your craft. And eventually you release the work into the world. This is the creative autumn. There can be pride here, but there can also be vulnerability, because now the work no longer belongs to you. This is when others can infuse their understanding and meaning into your work. The creative winter of rest and renewal. And then quiet. Energy drops, ideas slow, and nothing feels urgent. This is the season that many artists panic. We call it creative block. We call it feeling stuck. But perhaps it's simply winter. Perhaps it's simply necessary to go through this phase, to renew and repeat the cycle. Winter is not failure. Winter is integration. Winter is recovery. Winter is digestion. And winter is transformation happening beneath the surface. Roots grow in the dark beneath, and once the time is right, they'll come to the surface and we start a new cycle. When we misread the season we're in. So understanding this, creative suffering often happens when we expect summer during winter. When we try to force output during incubation, when we judge ourselves for resting. Being creatively blocked is usually just a resistance to the season that we're in. So instead of asking, why am I not producing? Why am I not creating? We might ask instead, what season am I in? Am I gathering? Am I integrating? Am I preparing for something new? Am I reflecting? Am I gestating? A return to trust. When we learn to honor this cycle, pressure softens. We allow inspiration to arrive naturally. We allow rest without guilt, and we allow transformation without forcing clarity. The clarity usually comes later once we begin to take action. In that way, creativity becomes a relationship again, not something we extract from ourselves. And when we stop fighting the creative winter, the spring of creativity returns on its own. So if you're in a quiet season right now, understand that you are not broken, that it's a natural phase of the cycle of creativity. So if you're feeling stuck, you may simply be becoming, you may simply be embodying a new creative you, and you might be gathering information for the next piece of work that you're going to create. Trust the rhythm your creativity knows to renew itself. So in this way, creation is not a straight road. It's a spiral, a tide, a turning of light and shadow. There is a time to bloom, a time to harvest, and a time to release, and a time to root deeper into the unseen. Honor your season. The spring within you will return. That's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And if any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear in the comments, what season are you in right now in your creative flow?